don't possess houses or lands, fine clothes or jewelry, sorrows and cares. In this old world, my lot seems to be. But I have a Christ who paid the price way back on Calvary, my Lord. And Christ alone, all and all, this world to me. There are some folk who look and long for this world's riches. There are some folk who look for power, positions too. Yeah, but I have a Christ all in my life. This makes me happy. And he's all and all, this world to me. Christ, he's all. He is everything to me. Christ is all. He rules land and sea. Yes, Christ is all. Nothing could be, and Christ is all and all, this world to me. Yes, Christ is all, means more to me than this world's riches. He is my sight, my guiding light through pathless seas. Yeah, and it's mighty nice to own a Christ who will my friend be. And Christ is all and all, this world to me. Yeah, Christ is all.
Christ is all.
He is everything to me. Christ, he's all. He rules land and sea. Christ is all. Nothing could be, and Christ is all. Yeah, Christ is all. Christ is all. Yeah, this world to me. Yes, see, all this world to me. Yeah, he's all this world to me. I said he's all the world to me. He's my friend when I'm friendless. He's all this world to me. He's my joy and sorrow. Yeah, he's all this world to me. He's my hope for tomorrow. Yeah, he's all this world to me. When I'm down to my last dime, Drive right in on time. He's all this world to me.
Spiritual Emphasis Week, welcome back. We now have a representation of our marriage ministry here at John Wesley. We have Mr. and Mrs. John B. Samuels Jr. joining us on behalf of marriage ministry for Spiritual Emphasis Week on a high note in marriage. Take it away.
Hello, Saints. We will be reading from Philippians chapter 2. Our emphasis verses are 6 and 7. But I'm going to give you a little summary of what came before that, verses 1 through 5. And this is where Paul is just pointing out to all of the saints that we need to be encouraged from the things that Jesus has done and his behavior, his love, his compassion, his sympathy. We need to look and emphasize on all of those things and not be selfish and just think of ourselves, but also think of others. And so leading up to verse 6, which is talking about be in mind of yourselves as yours is in Jesus Christ. So that's verse 5. And then verse 6, which I will read now, is who, though he was in the form of God, did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped.
Verse 7. Instead, he gave up his divine privileges. He took the humble position of a slave and was born as a human being when he appeared in human form.
So let's just talk about what that means. If you go back to verse 6, it's basically just saying, especially the first part right now, it says, Jesus and God are equal. So Paul wanted everyone to know that Jesus and God are equal. They are equal to each other, and Jesus could have come in the form of God, but instead he chose to be humble and come in the form of a servant. So he treated others as his servant. He became to people what people should have become to him. He was God, and we could have been groveling at his feet and doing everything for him, but he chose to come to us and do everything for us.
He was a person who had the ultimate power. He could have came to earth and made it so that everybody bowed in front of him. If you didn't bow in front of him or treat him as the ultimate, he could have eliminated you at the spot. But what he did, he came very humble. He made a sacrifice to come as a mortal, as a human, as somebody who walked around and felt pain, so that he could know what it's like not only to live on this earth, but the sacrifices that they can make in order to live in this kingdom. And he made the ultimate sacrifice by even upon his death, he did not cash out towards the people who tried to crucify him or did crucify him. What he did, he made it so that within the third day, he rose again to show his ultimate power of what he can do.
And as far as how that relates to us being a married couple, basically he made the ultimate sacrifice. And I think as a couple, we have to keep in mind that we sacrifice for each other.
Yes.
And that's what the relationship is all about. So if we look at ourselves and model ourselves after Jesus, then we will know that it's not always about us. It's not always about what we want, but we will look out for what each other wants, what the other person wants. And I think the bottom line of these two verses is that we should look to Jesus as an example, and we should humble ourselves before God and then before people as well. and do exactly what Jesus would have done if he were here. And he is here, and he's watching what we do. And so just use his behavior and his life as an example and be humble.
I thoroughly agree with my wife. And anytime she can smile when she says that, that means that we're doing something right in our life. And with what we have gone through as a couple, the fact that we are, both of us are still here, shows you the divine powers that God has when you believe.